Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to my channel and to episode 17 of this Rams franchise, and this is definitely going to be the most important episode to date as we have two breakout situations, well, potentially anyway. So to get Emmanuel Wiggins up to Superstar X Factor, we need to get him 4+ touchdowns or 200 yards rushing and receiving. Now, he's hit that total a couple of times this season, so maybe there's a chance we can get that against what is one of the NFL's worst teams currently, as the 2-11 New York Jets. But not only can we get Wiggins up to an X Factor, there is a chance to get Hopkins up to a superstar from a star as well. So what does Hopkins needs? Throw one or fewer interceptions and have 350 total scrimmage yards or 4 total touchdowns with Hopkins. So there's a chance that we'll only get one of them. Very slim chance we're going to get both. I'm going to be greedy and ask for both. But let's get in and have a quick scouting report of the New York Jets. So this Jets team have been quite poor this season. They are currently holding the number 1 pick. They have the worst record in the NFL. Starting with Nate Chamberlain, their quarterback, second year in the league, 24, and he's only 74 rated. Not that great. Running back still got Breeze Lightning with Breeze Hall, 87 rated. 93 speed, 94 acceleration, 92 agility. This guy's still very good and could cause us problems. We know how bad our run D can be at times. Receiving room is still led by Garrett Wilson, 86, but the two behind him aren't that great. And we've got Luke Brown, a superstar, at 79, and Michael Cox, a 74. Tight end wise, it's got Cade Otton and Juan Sims, both 76. It's not too great. Offensive line, Dion Dawkins, 79. Left guard, Connor McGovern, 76. But they've also got Kareem Graham, who they probably should be playing. He's 7 years younger and the same overall. Centre, Joe Tipman at 77. Right guard, Elijah Vera Tucker is still there, playing at an 83. So pretty decent right guard. And right tackle, still got Mekhi Becton there at 78 overall. Left defensive end, John Franklin Myers is still there, 29 years old now and playing at an 83. Across from him will be Will McDonald, as Grady Jarrett is out injured at 76. Defensive tackle, still got the monster Quinnen Williams, who is a superstar and 92 overall. He is a very, very good player. He's going to be the main guy trying to stop Emmanuel Wiggins running all over the place. We've got to be careful of Quinnen Williams. Outside linebacker, Akeem Davis-Gaither at 74. Middle linebacker, Rick Davis at 69. Nice, but not so nice for the Jets. Right outside linebacker is David Ojabo, 26 and 73 rated. Corner room, still led by Sauce Gardner, of course, the superstar corner. One of the best young corners in the entire league. DJ Reed is his number 2 at an 83. And the number 3, Dante Jackson, at an 80. Safety room, Juan Thornhill is still there, 77, he's 30 years old now, and Bobby Tyson, 22 years old, playing at 77. Overall, a pretty poor team compared to us especially. We are a fantastic team. Let's get into it and see if we can get an X Factor with Wiggins or a superstar on Hopkins, or maybe both. Our job on D this week will be made harder because we are playing without Josh Swanson. He's got a dislocated shoulder and he is missing this game. It's just this game. He will be back next week. But obviously, in this game that is so important, it would have been nice to have him screaming at the quarterback. Let's just hope we can put up without him against this poor Jets team. So start with 2 throws, going both combining for 11 yards. So they get the first down. There'll be no 3 and outs. Empty backfield. It's going to be a 3rd throw in a row, and it is a completion for 4 yards. Come on, this team is currently 2-11. We've got to be beating them. I need to be hitting one of those. Sharif Avril gets to the quarterback, but it's a little bit too late. If I had to prioritise, I think I'd prefer the superstar on our quarterback over the X Factor of Wiggins. But obviously, if I get the X Factor, I'm still not going to be too upset. It's just that I would prefer getting Hopkins to a superstar, especially because he's well within a chance of winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. So that would mean he'd have a very strong chance of going up to Superstar X Factor, which would be incredible. As Chamberlain has 2 incompletes in a row, we've got them to 3rd and 10. Let's get off the field here and get the ball into the hands of our offense. Can we get to Chamberlain? He's running around, makes a throw, nearly intercepted, but we get the ball. Good start. Obviously there is a chance that we hit neither of these goals to go up dev traits on either player. I'm just hoping we can get at least one of them, as Hopkins runs around a little bit, gets sacked, and we lose 11 yards, so not a great start there. What can we do to combat that? Hand the ball off to Wiggins. No, we don't. We get sacked again. 2 sacks in a row. Yeah, brilliant. 3rd and 30. It's let's just get off the field and we get some yards by Wiggins. 7 down, 193 to go. Well, that was pretty fucking shit. The only way that could have been worse was an interception, so that's a great start. As Brees Hall gets wrapped up for a loss of 3 yards, you love to see it. Can we score a quick 3 and out against them like they did for us? As Chamberlain was about to get sacked, had to throw the ball away. 3rd and 13. Let's get off the field here, boys, shall we? As Avril was about to ruin his day yet again. Twice he's been close. Can we get to him? And he has to throw it away. You love to see it. We get the ball back. Right, let's not suffer 2 sacks in a row, shall we? That just completely kills all momentum and the drive. Hand to Wiggins, who just gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Pretty lacklustre start to begin with here on offense. Sending Wiggins out wide. You know, if we can get a couple of catches for him this game to go with his rushing, that would be great. As Hopkins throws for 5 yards. 3rd and 5. I'd like to not suffer back-to-back 3 and outs, please, as that will massively damage our chances of getting the dev traits. Brilliant. Just under halfway through this first quarter, and we have 12 yards of offense on 2 plays. But there we go, Sharif Avril twice nearly got to Chamberlain, and he finally gets to him now on the 3rd drive for a nice 10-yard loss. The Jets are 2nd and 20. Can we get to him again? Avril nearly gets to him again, and that is nearly picked off by Morig. The Jets are looking pretty poor. No wonder they are 2 and 11, but we're not playing much better than them. Hand the ball off, and it's a nice easy stop. Kamara with 9 yards, and they're going to punt the ball to us. Right, can we actually get some fucking offense going, please? I don't want 3 and outs. Wiggins gets the ball, and he gets a nice little run up to 23 yards. I mean, I would love him to be an X Factor. He definitely deserves it to be officially recognised as one of the best in the league. So getting him that would be awesome. But like I said, I would prefer an X Factor. I would prefer a superstar on Hopkins, as a nice little pass to Tyler Higbee for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. If it was up to me, just keep feeding Wiggins. That's all that's what I would love. As Wiggins gets the 1st down, and we move forward up to the 48-yard line of the Jets. What are we going to dial up here on 1st and 10? Back to Wiggins, who gets a nice little gap and pushes forward up to 38 yards. Just going to be counting down his yardage. That's all I care about. Wiggins is out wide. Can maybe get the ball to him? No, we don't. Hopkins just does a wild pass, not particularly near anyone. 2nd and 10. I'd take a loss and to get one of the dev traits of these guys. But at the minute, it's not looking like Devin Hopkins is going to get his yardage. He is on 13 yards after 2 completions and 5 attempts. It ain't looking good. Let's just feed Wiggins. Oh, well, you know, Quez decides to take things into his own hands for a massive gain. That certainly gets Hopkins' yardage up. 37 yards from Quez. We're at the 4-yard line now. Give the ball to... No, Hopkins is going to hold on to it himself. I mean, that's going to help. We need 4 total touchdowns, and that is number 1. Boom. A bad decision to bring the ball out for the Jets results in them starting at their 15-yard line. Hand off to Brees Hall, who gets stops for no gain. 2nd and 10. Reeves, our safety, coming in with the big stop there. 2nd and 10 on their own 15. Chamberlain's running about a bit. Can we get to him? Tosses the ball away before he gets sacked. He's not had a good start to the game. 4 and 11. Well, he had a good start. He completed 4 of 4, but the last 7 have all been incompletes. 3rd and 10. Come on, let's get him off the field here. Big stop here, guys. And he's going to get sacked, as about 3 people converged on him for the sack, losing 11 yards. Down to the 4, they are punting the ball. Due to stopping them at their 4-yard line, we start in brilliant field position at our own 44. What can we do from here? Waddle with his first catch of the day for 5 yards, moving us up to our own 49-yard line. 2nd and 5. I see Wiggins maybe have a little bit more of the ball. Hopkins in the middle of the field again, going for McCole Hardman. He is up to 73 yards on the day. If we can get a touchdown here, maybe from Hopkins, that will be halfway toward the total of him becoming a superstar. As I said, that is the main one. I'd prefer him to be a superstar over Wiggins being an X factor, but I would gladly take either one. As Wiggins pushes forward for 5 yards, we are nearly a quarter of the way needed for his total yardage. 2nd and 5 into Jets territory at the 28-yard line. Wiggins gets taken down. He is on 46 yards. We're nearly there for him for a quarter, as we are at the 25-yard line now. Wiggins gets the ball again, cuts to the outside and isn't able to get the first down. The acceleration wasn't there for him, which is a shame. 4th and 1, we take a field goal. I would have liked to have seen us gone for it there, because even if we didn't get it, it's only at their 25-yard line, which is basically a bloody fair catch, well, a touchback essentially. So it would have been just as fine to go for that. Brees Hall gets his first positive run of the day, 2nd and 8. But he's still only -1 yards after 3 attempts. Can we force yet another 3 and out for this bad Jets offense? As that was a terrible drop. That should have been a first down. Chamberlain, unfortunately, you have a crop of bad receivers. 3rd and 8, empty backfield. Let's get some pressure to him again. We are indeed. He's going to get sacked yet again. Ernest Jones. 4th and 21. We get the ball back. This Jets team is mightily bad, and we really need to try to take advantage of it. As Wiggins gets a nice gap, jukes to the outside, and he gets a solid 10 yards there and a fresh set of downs. You love to see it. Keep feeding the ball to him, and I will not be upset as he just gets caught behind some players. He is up to 61 yards and is ahead of schedule at the minute to get his X Factor. At the Jets' 37-yard line, back to Wiggins. Just keeps grinding with that ball. Up to 65 yards now. We are at 3rd and 3. Let's not stall out here. We need the drive to continue. Yards for Wiggins and touchdowns for Hopkins. As Wiggins does stall out yet again. Come on, just go for it. Have the balls. No. Field goal. Are the Jets going to be able to do anything on offense here, or we will continue to stifle them? Brees Hall gets a respectable 8 yards on that rush. For 2nd and 2, looks like the Jets are going to get a first down for the first time in a very long time. unless we can come up with something big here. And up they get their first down. The home crowd finally have something to cheer about as Chamberlain gets his first completion in nearly 10 attempts. Mental. We don't want a long drive for them. We need to spend as much time with the ball as possible to get these scenarios. I mean, if I was playing, all I would be doing is just deep balls with Hopkins and feeding Wiggins, as Kamara gets a nice little gap there. I assume that is Alvin Kamara. I didn't pay much attention to the depth chart on the scouting report. All I was looking at was Breeze Hall. But it's A. Kamara who's in the backfield, and he's done a couple of catches already, so I'm going to assume it is Alvin Kamara. As we get a tackle for loss there on Breeze Hall, 2nd and 11. Rashawn Hatcher with the TFL there. Come on, let's get him off the field here. Nope, Hall just runs up, big gap in the middle, 1st and 10. Honestly, I just want them to score a touchdown so we get the ball back. I do not care about dragging this out and making, losing another couple of minutes, which looks like it's probably going to happen. 1 yard gain there by Hall. Our run D is actually playing pretty alright so far. Chamberlain goes for it, and that is out. Not caught. They are still 3rd and 9 at our 25 yard line. We don't want a completion here. We want the ball back. Just hold them to a field goal. As Chamberlain tosses the ball away, he was about to get sacked yet again. Back-to-back field goals do not help us out in the slightest. We need yards, we need points. Flag, I imagine that's going to be holding against us. Waddle was the guilty party there, so we go back 10 yards, 1st and 20. As Wiggins gets the gap, that is what we were after. A nice 14-yard run. He is up to 81 yards. Empty backfield, 2nd and 6. Wiggins is lined up out wide. See if we can maybe get the ball to him. No, we get the ball to our X Factor tight end and Cousins for 5 yards. 3rd and 2. Do not let the drive fizzle out here. Get the yards, hand it to our fullback, and we are able to get fresh set of downs. 2-minute warning has been and gone. We are approaching the end of the first half. As Hopkins runs around, can't get rid of the ball. We lose 9 yards, and that is not good at all. The chances of this drive continuing now are quite slim, as we need to snap the ball. I don't know why they were draining the clock all the way. Wiggins with a nice little movement for 6 yards as we lose our left tackle, Tyrese Bates, to injury. 3rd and 13 now. Come on, we need a big play here. Hopkins tosses the ball downfield, and that is a great grab by Jalen Waddle. Keeps the drive alive. We are down to the Jets' 37-yard line now. I mean, yardage-wise for Hopkins isn't going to be that good. So it's all about now him just getting 3 more total touchdowns and Wiggins the yards. Unless Hopkins goes nuclear in the second half, he's not going to be reaching, 350 total yards? That's not going to happen. It's all about now throwing touchdowns. That is a shame that Watkins couldn't get it toward the end zone. We get huddled to call a timeout? For God's sake. The AI is so fucking poor. Now it's just going to be a fucking field goal. We start the second half with the ball. I'm still pissed off. As Wiggins gets a nice little gap and he powers through for 23 yards. He's up to 110 on the day. Hopkins, unless something miraculous happens, he's not going to be getting his dev trait increased. But Wiggins is potentially on his way. 119 yards, solid 9-yard run on first down there for 2nd and 1. I mean, if Hopkins can throw a touchdown here, then we've got a chance, but it needs to be relatively quick to move his total touchdowns up to 2.5 there. Higbee gets his second catch of the day. Fresh set of downs. We're into Jets territory at their 34-yard line. Give me another throw, to Higby. He's seeing a lot of targets lately. But if you remember a couple of episodes or last episode, I was looking at that tight end with basically elite everything. Probably going to draft him, and he's going to be our number 2 behind Cousins. Or like I said, we might change one of them to wide receiver. Hopkins, oh, come on, that should have been caught. And that should have been touchdown number 2. 3rd and 8, let me guess, we're just going to take another field goal for like 4 in a row, which is rather quite annoying. Or we keep the drive going with Quez Watkins getting another big chunk of yards there. He is up to 85 yards on 4 receptions. Shame he couldn't have done even more than that, as Watkins is up to 126 yards. Wiggins even, I'm just all over the place. 2nd and 3 out the 7. Come on, Watkins, maybe get another touchdown. Don't know what I'm talking about. Wiggins, I'm getting Wiggins and Watkins messed up. I'm saying their names too often. We are at the 3. I maybe prefer a touchdown thrown by Hopkins rather than the touchdown by Wiggins. The yards at this point makes no difference. No point getting a 1 yard gain for Wiggins. I'd rather get another touchdown with Hopkins. But we are now at the 1 yard line. 2nd and goal. They're giving the ball to Wiggins, who isn't able to punch it through. 3rd and goal. Is it going to be a 3rd run in a row? I mean, I'm surprised. I wouldn't have minded a Hopkins sneak there, but Wiggins goes in for the touchdown. We are going for 2 points to get 21 ahead. 3 touchdowns, which I'm not worried about. Hopkins runs, fumbles the ball, and the Jets recover. They get the ball at the 35 yard line. Jets start at the 26 yard line. I would love a 3 and out. I'm going to be greedy and ask for it, as Chamberlain completes for 5 yards for 2nd and 5. Kamara in the backfield over Brees Hall. Chamberlain's going to throw again, gets to Kamara, who gets the 1st down. Come on, boys. I know we've played very well on defense lately. I'd like it to continue, please. As they get a nice 7 yard completion there for 2nd and 3. Well, the Jets going to dial up 2nd and 3. Can we get our 4th sack on the day? They were converging on him, but Morig with a good breakup. I see superstar in the secondary in my mind, just immediately goes to Morig because I know he's a superstar. But Foster is a superstar, as well as our rookie cornerback who we drafted, who is also a superstar. We have a lot of gold boys on the defense, which will be I'll show you, at the end of the season, but a lot of superstars, a lot of abilities, which is going to help us massively, especially next year. Next year's the one where we're going to take a real step forward as a team. We're on our way currently to the playoffs. Perhaps it could be this year. This year could be the year, but I think it might be just a little bit too early. Next year is where we're going to dominate and maybe finish with double-digit wins. That's going to be my goal expectation. Chamberlain runs around, couldn't find anyone, tosses the ball away. 3rd and 4. Come on, let's hold them here. Do not let them convert. And unfortunately, they do. The clock is ticking. We need the ball as much as we can to try and feed Wiggins. Hopkins, he's done now. He's not going to be scoring 3 more touchdowns. It's all about the yardage total for Wiggins, and the more they have the ball, the less time we're able to do anything with it. As we shut down Brees Hall, I thought that was going to be a TFL there for Jones, but it is only stopping him at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 3, come on. They convert. That time will continue to drain. I can't remember how many yards Wiggins needs, but it's around like 70 odd. So it's good to let him score. Just let him score. I will take that. Right, Wiggins is on 132 yards on the day. We need 68 yards in about 14 and a half minutes left in the game. It's just feed Wiggins time. Hopkins isn't going to be a superstar. That's all about Wiggins. and that is not a great start. I mean, it ensures the clock doesn't run, but it means we've still got a long way to go to get the first down. Good, Wiggins gets the ball, and a solid 3 yards, but it's not good enough. Looking like a potential 3 and out in this situation, which isn't what we need or want. We need the drive to continue. Hopkins is going to throw the ball. It's going to be a screen to Wiggins, who gets a lovely block there and a good stiff arm. That is what we love to see. Empty backfield for Hopkins. Who are we going to go to? We're going downfield. We're going to McCole Hardman, who can't keep hold of the ball. 2nd and 10 at our own 42-yard line. Hopkins is going to throw it again. It's going to be a screen. Wiggins gets an okay little block, but only for 6 yards. He is up to 20 yards receiving off 2 screens, which is good. That puts him over 150 yards total. We're on the way to make him an X factor. And the drive will continue as Waddle gets free from his man for the catch for the first down. Into Jets territory. Not that I care. There's only one thing I care about in this day and age now, and that is Wiggins, who gets a good little run in. He is up to 168 yards total. We need 32 more with 1 quarter remaining. I mean, if he gets the ball here and runs from the 33-yard line all the way in, we've got the X factor on him. But that's not going to happen, as Hopkins just throws an interception, and that is awful. We need the ball back ASAP. Brees Hall trundles forward for 4 yards. And this was a disaster. We need to stop, and we need to stop now. Can we get a sack on Chamberlain? He's running around, tosses the ball, throws it to the ground. 3rd and 6. He is pretty poor, only 81 passing yards. And we're in the 4th quarter. Can we stop Brees Hall? That you love to see it. We get the ball back. 4th and 8. Empty backfield for us, and Hopkins on first down. Bit of a pump fake there. Gets the ball into the hands of Quez. He's going to be approaching near 100 yards. Yeah, he's on 93 yards for the day. He is having quite a good season. Bit of a play fake there to Wiggins. Hopkins is running. Do not get sacked. Tosses the ball out of bounds. 3rd and 2. Let's get Wiggins involved, shall we? We aren't. It's going to be a pass. At least the drive continues. Waddle with another catch. He is up to over 51 yards for the game, averaging a good just over 10 yards a catch. Hopkins throws another interception. This guy taking the fucking piss. 4 plays, none targeted to Wiggins or no runs. And now the Jets have the ball back. You know, fuck Hopkins. I don't care about him anymore. Can we sack Chamberlain here? Yes, we can. A massive sack of 14 yards from Brian Potter. That is going to help us out massively. 4 sacks on the day for us. We are feasting, and there is another sack. Sharif Avril, he's on to 2 sacks for the day. Back-to-back sacks push the Jets back 23 yards. They are looking at a 3rd and an absolute mile. As I thought we were going to get another sack, they give the ball off to Kamara. 4th and 25. Just over 8 minutes remain in this game, and we're still not going to go to Wiggins, as that was a very poor pass and somehow caught one-handed there by McCole Hardman. That was a very good catch, but only for 1 yard. Can we just stop abandoning Wiggins, please? As Cousins makes a good little catch and run. We are now into Jets territory at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10. It's like Wiggins is no longer a player. Hopkins just avoids the sack by a quick throwaway there. 2nd and 10. Wiggins finally gets the ball, you love to see it, and gets a brilliant run. Up to 166 yards on the ground, and I believe he had 20 rushing yards, so we're about 14 yards away from getting him his X Factor. Nearly picked off by Hopkins. That was a very good coverage there by DJ Reed Jr. 2nd and 10 at the Jets 29-yard line. Hopkins throws yet again, and that is caught. Great catch by Waddle. We are down to the 4-yard line, which is bad for us because Wiggins is going to be very close to his goal. But so far, he doesn't even get the ball at the 4, and there's another interception by Hopkins. Fuck's sake. My anger is getting to me. Chamberlain throws yet another incompletion. I don't know why in the last couple of drives Wiggins has just not been used at all, and the head coach has insisted on throwing everything. The OC might be getting sacked. 3rd and inches for the Jets. They're in 4th down territory wherever they are on the field. So it doesn't matter if they don't get it here because they will be going again afterwards if they can't get it. Chamberlain has to just throw the ball into the ground. He was going to get sacked. 4th and inches. Obviously they are going for it with just over 5 minutes remaining in the game. I imagine it's going to be a run. Toss play, and we are unable to stop him. And Wiggins is just going to be desperately short of his goal, isn't he? Clock is ticking, 4 minutes 45 left. I don't know why the Jets are still trying. They can't win this game. All they are doing is just stopping us from hitting the dev traits. 3 yards on 1st down for the Jets. 2nd and 7 at their own 39-yard line. Can we sack him again? Yes, we can. Sharif Avril with 3 sacks on the day pushes them back to 3rd and 16 as we have a total of 6 sacks, which is a brilliant total. Can we improve on that? He's being chased. He's not going to be taken down. Yes, he is. He gets forward for 1 yard. 4th and 15. He was obviously looking downfield, couldn't see anyone, and just had to scramble for a single yard. Tosses the ball downfield, do not let that be completed, and we do not. We take over on the Jets 30 after they could not convert. 4th and 15. Right, this is plainly not throwing territory, it's Wiggins territory, and he is up to 176 yards on the ground. So I believe we need 4 more yards from Wiggins to get his X Factor. Why are we throwing the ball? There is zero need to be throwing the ball at this stage in the game. We just need to be running the ball, draining the clock. Now we're 3rd and 10, and I imagine it's going to be yet another pass for some unknown reason. Oh, you know, we'll just get another 3 points. It makes no difference. Good catch there by Waddle, up to the 8-yard line. Please just give the ball to Wiggins. We do not need to do anything else. He does get the ball, gets forward for a couple of yards. If my calculations are correct, we are 3 yards short of 200 for Wiggins. To be so close and so far. 1 yard gain. Throw the ball to Wiggins. Fumble. No, okay. What are the Jets going to do here? Obviously it's going to be throwing the ball. They're not going to be running the ball at all, as they try and get down the field to score a meaningless touchdown. 2nd and inches. There is zero chance of us getting the ball back now. Well, obviously there is, but if we do, we're just going to kneel it out. So I believe we are fallen short of our goal. As Chamberlain, that was a pretty good throw, but that was well defended by Foster. Chamberlain proving he's got a bit of a cannon of an arm there. That was thrown with ease all the way down to our end zone. Can we get to him for yet another sack? Yes, we can. That puts us up to 7 sacks on the day, which is a wonderful amount. Maybe 8? Maybe. Throws the ball away to stop the sack by Tavon Horn there. 4th and 18. Are they going to go for it in one big go? Throws into the middle of the field, no one there. 1st and 10, and that is game over. We are kneeling out, and I think Wiggins misses out by 2 yards. 178 yards rushing with 1 touchdown and 20 yards receiving, because for some unknown fucking reason, when we were in the red zone with just over 2 minutes to play, they decided to just throw the ball instead of running the ball. So we miss out by 2 yards to get Wiggins his X factor. This game can fuck right off.